The Buffalo Sabres are getting slapped by everybody lately. The Leafs, the Red Wings, the media. It feels like everybody's been lining up to take shots at them. And last night at the Bell Center, you better believe it, it was Montreal's turn. Boys, please don't screw this up. This game review is brought to you by Miraj Trading, and if you consider yourself a bit of a collector, you can head over to MirajTrading.com and get your slimy little fingertips on all kinds of these holiday specials. And who knows, maybe you get to pull that one Christian Dvorak card that you've always dreamed of. He's the hottest name on the market right now. But here we go. Habs, Sabers, puck is dropped. And just when everybody expected the Buffalo Sabres to snap out of it, I don't know, maybe Hulkamania style, instead they go out there and they do the exact opposite. Not even 20 seconds into this game, and 17-year-old Mario Armia is already on the board. Marty's probably thinking, wow, well, what do you know? They really are shit. Anderson hits a post, Laine hits a post. The Canadiens are just piling the pressure on during the first 10 minutes of this hockey game. And when Zach Benson takes a 2-minute minor for Hollander and Lane Hudson, it's about to get really, really ugly out here. Check out this penalty kill. You see 4 of these Sabre players are about to rush Nick Suzuki like he's got the last pack of jujubes at Walmart on Black Friday. And what this does is it leaves Patty all alone on his sweet spot, which sounds like a pretty dumb idea to me. Patty gets the puck and snipes it, and just like that, the Canadiens find themselves up by 2. Now, just a few minutes later, we get a bit of a scary situation involving Kirby Dach. Oh no, nobody likes these. He's like our own little leg lamp from the Christmas Story, and he gets absolutely dumped by Samuelsson. Look at him. He doesn't even have the puck. Samuelsson picks up a 2-minute minor for pretty much being a complete idiot, and Kirby Dach gets temporarily pulled from the game to go count fingers. But that's okay. He's going to be good. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Sabres do a pretty clean job killing off this particular Habs power play. But when the first period comes to an end, there's not a whole lot for these guys to be proud of it. They were dominated. Lindy Ruff was definitely not happy. And I don't know what he said during the first intermission, but we got to give him some credit. Because when the second period begins, they look like a completely different hockey team. Now all of a sudden it's Samuel Montembeault who appears to be under siege. And eventually Dylan Cousins fires home a wrist shot to cut this lead in half. We get to a very pivotal point in this game where just one more goal from the Sabres and they're right back in it. But instead, they completely shit the bed out there for the remainder of the second period. I'm talking skid marks everywhere. Juraj Slafkovsky's going to bank one in from behind the net. That's as ugly as it gets if you're a goaltender. And with the Habs back up by 2, the Sabres start finding themselves in a little bit of penalty trouble. Here's 2 back-to-back penalties right in a row, which puts the Habs on a 2-man advantage, and boom. Patrik Laine gets his second goal of the game, and holy deep-fried moose balls, he's like some kind of a cheat code, isn't he? What a shot. And if that's not enough, look what happens to Buffalo next. The Habs are still on a man advantage, and Dylan Cousins bats one out of the air and puts it right in Mary Brown's parking lot. Not a good I actually felt bad for them at this point. Okay, fine, maybe not. But the boys get to practice their 5-on-3 yet again. And to make a long story short, Patty gets the Hattie. Of course he does. We got a 5-1 game, and poor Lindy, he doesn't even know what to say anymore. Now with a minute left to go in the second period, Josh Anderson is going to make it 6-1 after he gets a bit of a lucky bounce. And I mean, it's just that kind of night for the Buffalo Sabres. Everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong so far. The third period was a bit of a wash, I guess you could say. Both of these teams just seemed content playing it out. But credit to Marty St. Louis, who at one point was even running his 4th line on a power play, which showed a lot of class from him. Your final score of this one is going to be 6-1, and it seems like everybody right now wants to talk about this guy right here, Patrik Laine, who's just been through so much shit over the past few seasons. He gets injured during the preseason. I mean, it was looking pretty grim at one point, and what does he do? He gets back in the Habs lineup, and he scores 6 goals in 7 games. Every single one of them on the power play. He's money. He's been a really good story for the Canadiens. I mean, you gotta love him. And I also just wanted to point out that Lane Hudson picked up a couple of more assists last night as well. I mean, can you even imagine this team without Lane Hudson right now? He's incredible. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Please don't forget to cross-check that like button right across the chops before you leave here. And hey, see you next time.